Hi, girly.
Hi, girly.
I'm Eliana,
I'm Derek.
and this is
The book club for
For
the
the
girlies.
Girlies. On today's episode of For the Girlies, we're
Mm-hmm.
going to be chatting about
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
Court of Silver.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
Well,
going
you
into
were
it.
just going.
I was excited. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We're gonna be chatting about A Court of Silver and Flames. Silver Flames. Y'all know I'll be struggling with these
Sarah
titles.
knows.
Sarah, you know my heart.
Word.
A Court of Silver Flames.
By Sarah J. Maas.
This is book 5. Yes, book 5
Yeah.
in the ACOTAR series. We did
Mm-hmm.
skip book 4. Don't tussle with us. We heard
It's
it.
a little
It was a little
novella.
novella, a little Christmas novella.
We didn't need it. We want the action.
We wanted the tea,
Mm-hmm.
and we got it.
So before we get started, please make sure that you have liked, commented, shared, and subscribed to our channel.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you press that notification bell so you know when we are posting. I actually have been in the room with people when they have gotten a notification. So, thank you.
Please be sure that you are kind to everyone in the
Mm.
comments. Be kind to each other, be kind to us, be kind to the author as well.
Yes, make sure you're following us on all the socials.
Mm-hmm.
All the links are in the description box below.
And spoiler alert, we will be getting into some details of this book. So if you are spoiler averse, that's okay. Just turn the volume down a little just to give us the view, please. We appreciate that.
We do.
Oh, and as a disclaimer, because it's going to bother me for the rest of my life, my lip liner and my dress are not the same color. However, it might look like it's the same color in video. And you're going to leave me alone about it. Thank you.
So, a little bit about the book, A Court of Silver Flames. This is picking up right after the big war, the battle against King Hybrin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You got that.
Hello. And Miss it, this book focuses on Nesta and Cassian. Okay, so I was excited, but anyway, it takes up right after the battle against King Hybrin, and Nesta is really struggling.
Mm-hmm. What's their couple name? Is it Nassian?
That was disgusting.
Sesta?
I don't like it.
It's all nasty.
Nassian? It sounds crazy.
It does.
Sesta. Cat. Ah. They don't got one.
Cessian.
It sounds like
Nessian.
incestuous.
Nessian.
I don't like this. Moving along. They don't have one. They don't have one. It doesn't work. Remember how you had to tell me?
Tassian.
Okay, so Nessian.
I literally just
You
said
said
that.
Nassian because her name is Nesta, right?
No, but I said Nessian afterward.
Nessian I don't hate as much.
I'm fucking sick of you.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Okay. So yes.
It's after the battle.
After the battle, Nesta is really struggling. She's like
traumatized.
she's very traumatized. She's just trying to navigate her life
as a fairy, because she ain't never been one before.
Never been a fairy. And now she is. Didn't ask to be a fairy. Wasn't interested in being a fairy. Was forced to be a fairy.
Lost her dad.
Lost her father. We know her and her sisters are not the besties. So that relationship's weird. And she's just like drinking and
out with men.
Yeah.
And at home with men too.
Okay. She's just outside.
Mm-hmm.
And they have enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farrah said, get in the house and you're not ever coming back out.
You go train with Cassian and you're gonna get your life together because like the way you living is crazy. When they handed me that bill,
right, you embarrassed her. They handed her, man, what was it, like a 500?
It was crazy.
Whatever the heck.
It was an insane amount of money.
It was an insane amount of money on one night.
She's just like me. She's not like me, actually.
Get help.
She do need help.
No, I'm talking about you. You said she was just like you.
I would run up a man's bill. Not my sister's husband though.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
What
that's
the heck?
disrespectful.
Running up a man's bill is different than running up your sister's husband's
Yeah,
bill.
that's just
That's
crazy. That's
weird.
very weird, actually. She lucky her sister said get in the
She was
house.
weird the whole book long, but anyway. Um, what else happened?
Nesta goes into the house and she's training. Well, she refuses to train at first, and he's like, "Girl, you're gonna be weak." And where they are, there's these 10,000 steps, right? It's 10,000 steps, and she was like, "I could bust up out of this joint anytime I want."
She couldn't make it like 100.
Nah, yeah, he was like pathetic. So throughout the book, I will say we keep seeing her progression with these steps, like going down
Mm-hmm.
and up, which is, it's
It's great
great. She eventually decides that she is going
to
to train.
train.
She
Oh,
goes.
and she was also working at the library.
She was working at the library. She met these two other women who were. They had been outside since they had some. They also went
Dark
through, yeah, some
things.
traumatic things had also happened to them. So they were like working in the library as well. This was reading a bunch. Though this house was like, I would love to live in this house. This house
Right,
was
it was
like super
responding
magical.
to everything. Like, bring me a
Okay,
book. It brought her the book.
bring
Bring
me
me
some
hot
food.
chocolate.
Bring
It brought her
me.
the hot chocolate.
I know, of course, you picked up on the hot chocolate. That
What?
girl, that girl love hot chocolate.
I do like hot chocolate. I was talking about it earlier today. Oh, they were looking for the dread trove. They were looking for the dread trove
Oh
because the
yes,
queen that was made into a fae that wanted to be young forever, she was old and she was mad, and so they were looking for the dread trove. You guys, apparently the cauldron has other items that it made: a
mm.
mask, a harp,
You have to say it was a harp.
and
I remember the mask and the harp. I know it was
girl,
a third thing though.
what the heck? Oh, the crown. She
The
had the crown. That's why we don't remember it, because she had the crown. They can do really dangerous things, and so
Nesta's very powerful, by the way.
yeah, she's more powerful
But
than
she's
that
not
lady.
ready to tap into. You're just not ready for something.
Yeah, she's so powerful, but we never get to see it.
Mm-mm.
Um, but yeah, they were trying to get that stuff, and then they got the stuff, and then they stopped imminent war from happening.
Feyre and recently had a baby.
Word.
Um, it was
And
a lot
Nesta used her powers to save
to
her
save
sister.
the. Yeah,
Thank
she did.
God.
Nesta came around in the end.
Yeah, because she was crazy the whole
She
time.
was wilding out in this
Also,
book.
Cassian and Nesta are mates, you guys.
Yes, they are.
It's lovely.
Yeah, it was. Oh, we'll get into it. We're gonna get into it. I feel like the synopsis is all over the place. Let us know
It's
if
everywhere.
you're
It's really
following
long.
us. If you're not following us, read the book. I don't know if you want me to.
Not right. Just skip through it
I'm just
then.
a girl.
Go to the next one. Anyway,
Okay.
long or short read?
This was a long read.
This one was long.
It was a long
However,
read.
I do think that Sarah's writing was better in this
Agreed.
one. Because it was long, but it was like
I
there
wasn't.
were things happening at least. I wasn't like, oh my goodness, lady,
Yeah.
speed it up. So thank God. Also, it's formatted in Cassian and Nesta's point of view.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was different than Feyre's books
Mm-hmm.
since they were always in hers. But moving on now, we're going into our likes and dislikes.
You want me to start? You want to start?
Just talk.
Oh. Biggest likes in this book?
Mm-hmm.
Cassian and Nesta.
Here you go.
Love Cassian. Love, 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 love. Cassian reminds me a lot of my man from what?
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Reminds
Why
me,
did you stop?
he reminds me a lot of my man. I won't say his name, but he reminds me a lot of my man from Iron Flame. Yeah, I know who I'm talking about. The girls from who know. Really like Cassian. Really like Cassian a lot. Enjoyed him and Nesta's relationship. I can go. I can get very specific about Cassian and the things I love about him. So let me get the notes out because I was writing with love because that's what I felt. So first and foremost, I loved how safe he made women feel, and how he aided them in reclaiming their power over themselves. And it wasn't in like he was protective of he's protective of the people that he loves, but specifically with Gwen, Nesta, and Emery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he was like, "Nah, like y'all strong, like y'all got it." Like he was coaching them to be strong, not trying to be strong for them.
Mm-hmm.
Be strong for yourselves, ladies. Okay. Um. Also, I said I loved how loyal he was. Again, he don't play about the people that he loves. It was, and that's recent. Like, there's a moment where like I won't say, but anyway, because save it for later. But there are just moments where he like really sticks up for the people in his life, and I love that. I wrote these notes while I was reading last week, so they're just funny. Cassian was perfect, is what I wrote. I said I want him in different backdrops. Let me explain what I meant by that. So this is like fantasy. I was like, I want a like Cassian type of character in a rom com. I want a
Oh,
Cassian type character and like a historical book. Like I like Cassian. You did your big one when you wrote him, Miss Maas. I want a Cassian in real life. Um,
Colorado.
please. He was patient, again loyal. I thought that he showed great maturity in the way that he handled situations, especially with Nesta, who at a lot of times was being very immature. Even though she's my
Mm.
girl, but get your life. Um, he was humble. He was romantic. So we didn't read book four, but they like mentioned the like winter before, and he like went out his way to get her this book, and it was he's romantic. Okay, a protector, and he was not afraid to be vulnerable, which I loved. Like he was we didn't have to pull teeth to get him to like open up, and that was beautiful. Um, also loved his relationship with Azriel and Reason. I love a brotherhood. I'll let you talk. I've been talking a long time.
This episode has to be titled "A Love Letter to Cassian." No,
And
I don't understand why you responded in this way. This is crazy. I'm not Cassian, so save it for him.
I dedicate "And I" by Sierra to Cassian.
Well, okay. So, like I was saying before, this is a much faster paced read. And I was wondering if it's because Nesta and Cassian are different characters
Sure.
or because Sarah's writing got better. I don't know.
Let's see.
Um, I liked that Nesta grew as a character in this book. I also wrote that Cassian was great throughout the book. I never was annoyed by him.
Mm-hmm.
Not really. Yeah, not really was I annoyed by him. I still do like Reese better than I like Cassian. I liked hearing about the others, especially Reese and Feyre, from like Nesta and Cassian's perspectives specifically, because we get them from
From the
their
other
POV, and
romantic,
then yeah, and
yeah,
then from each other's point of view, but we don't get them as like the leaders of the
court.
whatever. I was going to say family. I also enjoyed Gwen and
Family.
Emery, and the scenes where they're doing the Great Right were awesome. I liked that.
It was.
Is that what it was called? The Great Right?
I think so. That
All
sounds
right.
familiar to me.
Mm-hmm.
She listen. We read the book.
Yep.
Um, I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again.
Hmm.
I also really enjoyed Nesta. Um, as annoying as she was a lot in a lot of this book, but words. I really appreciated, like you said, her growth. We got to see like a full character arc.
Mm-hmm.
Like we saw her at her lowest, her of the lows. We saw her like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There was no words there, but we got to see her pull herself out of that. Pull herself out of that. She didn't have no damsel in distress. Wasn't no man saving her. She pulled herself out of it. She was still witchy, and herself. I love that. I love that she was herself. Like you said, it's a different character, it's a different book. So
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed this story too. I love the sisterhood between Emery, Nesta, and Gwen. I love that bond. Love that they had each other. I also love that for Nesta because she didn't have that with her sisters. So I felt like that also helped her like heal and like be a better
Yeah.
person.
she
um
needed that.
She knows she did. Yeah. Yep. Those are all my likes.
All right, so let's move into dislikes then. Mm. So Nesta got under my skin.
Mm-hmm.
I probably annoyed the crap out of Ariel because I was texting her
Mm-hmm.
about how much I hated Nesta.
Mm.
Hated her. Like, I was thinking, wow, I dislike you more than I disliked Feyre. Because Feyre was, like, dumb.
Mm.
But Nesta was honestly hateful and
Yeah.
horrible and a coward. And it was revolting to have to read. But she got better, like I said,
Yeah.
which was nice to read, to have her get better for herself and for the people around her. I wanted to hear the strategizing and baby stuff from Reese and Feyre's point of view too, so I missed that part of it. Um, I said, oh yeah. I'm sad Nesta didn't finish the Great Right.
Mm.
That she didn't get to be like, Emery and Gwen. That would have been nice. And then I also said that I needed to have seen Nesta's full power, because by the end she ends up like telling the Cauldron or the mother that she would give it all up, and we're not sure if she
If
has
she
it or
did, yeah.
not. But she says she feels different, so I don't know. I kind of wanted to see like the full thing, like what
Yeah.
what could it have done? Because there were some really gnarly scenes in there about her power,
For
and it was
sure.
in different scenario, like she could use it different ways, which
Yeah.
is weird. um I hated that Cassian and Nesta did not use their words, so
Mm.
he'd like fly away or she'd stomp away, and they would leave each other confused or paranoid. Sometimes he would fly away and it wasn't that he was upset with her or anything, he just had to go handle something, and then she would sit there and be like, well,
He hates
I
me.
thought, right.
I knew it.
Yeah, she'd be like, I thought we were gonna celebrate, but look at him, he hates me, and I thought, everything was all
Mm.
good, but I must have been wrong. Here I
Yeah.
am losing another person that I like. Yeah. And then my last one was that I just wish that there were more books out to hear more about specifically the Dread Trove, the weapons Nesta can make or can't make anymore, and
Right.
potentially Reese being High King.
He said, I want that. I don't want to do that.
But I think that's your calling in life, my friends. But we also need these books from Reese and Feyre's point of view too. I think we need everybody's point of view. That would be awesome.
Mm. Like like a chapter of a
Yeah,
person. I'm with it.
I would like
Because
that.
I don't want to just hear about favorite reason.
No, I do like hearing
Yeah.
about them from somebody else's point of view, and I do think that it's important to enrich the story.
Yeah.
But I do think that there are things that we missed out on with Reese and Feyre,
Absolutely. Agreed.
especially Reese.
Yeah. Because he was wilding out this book.
I love him so much.
I love that for you. Look
Thank
at
you.
us falling in love with best friends. I knew we would. I'm sick. Um,
At least they're not twins.
truly. No, that's weird. That would be weird.
That would be insane.
Yeah, no.
Give me your dislikes.
So my dislikes, as much as I enjoyed this, excuse me, as much as I enjoyed the book, I did say that the pacing in places were dreadful. But like that's just her books and that's me.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's just me and her. That's how we go. I enjoy your stories. Sometimes the pacing is just a little funky for me. Um, but my other I agree with you on the sense of that Miss Nesta was doing the most, and she was mean sometimes, a lot of times, and uh, but I appreciated it, I guess, in the full scheme of it all, like looking at it all. I was just it didn't bother me as much to say it was a huge dislike for me. What was a huge dislike for me was recent, and I guess maybe if I did have him have his point of view on things more, I wouldn't have
What did
felt
you
that way.
dislike about recent?
Okay. I didn't like the situation. I didn't like his way with Nesta, how he was toward Nesta. I get that that's his wife's sister, and he doesn't love how they, their relationship, whatever their relationship is, he's gonna have his wife's back, as he should.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also like, dang, bro, like, chill out. Also, your bro. Cassian feeling her. That's his mate.
Mm-hmm.
Watch him out.
I think I had a completely different perspective on it because I knew from the beginning that Feyre was pregnant. I knew that she was pregnant. The way that he was acting was not his
Normal.
personality at
Yeah,
all. Like, of course, he was always protective, but he wasn't ever like
he
overbearing.
was overbearing, and that's what I didn't like either.
Yeah.
I didn't like. This is also my moment, but I didn't love that he hid that she couldn't, that the baby would likely kill her. I hated that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's not even like you. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's giving Tamlin. Don't do that.
I also didn't hate that as much.
I did.
I knew that he would eventually tell her, but I understood why he was like, no, I want to make sure that everything is
Right.
safe
Love
and
that.
like not to make her stressed out because it's not just about her.
Mm-hmm.
It's her and the baby. And I don't like he knows more
About that. But
about
tell
all of
her.
that
She
than
doesn't
hit
know.
right.
We'll talk about it in
That
a moment.
yeah.
I feel like we're going to get into it too much right now. Um, yeah. That's it for the dislikes for me. With that being said, let's move it along to our ratings. Okay, and as you know, we do not rate things on a scale of 1 to 10 or 1 through 5 stars because that
Nope.
is boring and we are fun.
Mm.
We rate things on a scale of WTF was that?
Interesting, but wouldn't read again.
It
It
was
was good.
good.
Loved, would read again.
And how will I ever go on? How would you rate this bookie? Or how did you rate this bookie?
I rated it a loved, would read again.
I also rated it a loved would read again. I've never rated any of these books though.
Yeah, I don't know that I have
I
either.
don't think I have.
And I specifically this, I feel like
Wait, pause. I think you gave one of them a how will I ever go on.
yes, I did.
Yeah.
But that was because I wanted
More
more,
favor and reason.
more favor. I knew that there was more to come, but I was also like, it kind of like addicted. That's what it was. I was addicted to them and their story, and I
Mm.
just wanted more and more and more of that. In this one, I specifically felt like I could read this all over again and I'd be happy about it.
So did I. I was like really excited reading this. I was like, not me liking this book.
Like for real.
Like
Like
genuinely was
yeah.
liking this book and liked the story. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to reread everything all the
Mm-mm.
time. But
Because I really enjoyed of Mr. Furry, Mr. Fury. But I don't know that I necessarily would read the entire book again.
mm.
I would read this
You like
entire
you'd
book again.
read parts and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would read this book again.
And we've talked about that there are books, there are moments in the books that I would love to read again, but not the full things. At least
Mm-mm.
for the majority of them, not the full things. This one I would read again. I don't think I'd have a problem with it.
Yeah, somebody buy this for me for Christmas.
Ooh, okay.
Just this one. Don't you come here with the
Not the
books.
other ones. That's too many books. All right.
Um,
Moving on into our quiz portion. You're quizzing me.
what?
Yeah.
Just kidding. I know. Quiz. Okay, are you ready?
Sure.
It's our quiz
I haven't
segment.
read this in over a week. Let's get prepared for disaster.
Let's do this, Johnny.
Crash and burn.
Guys, comment crash and burn. Comment below right now how well you think Eliana's gonna do.
Girl. Try to have confidence in me, but I'm
There's four questions.
okay.
How many do you think you're gonna get right out of the four?
I'll be generous. One.
Oh.
I'm serious. I'll be
No, I feel you.
generous.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Question 1. Who said, I am the rock against which the surf crashes?
Oh, multiple people said that. Gwen said it, or
That was the right answer. It was
yeah,
Gwen.
yeah, Gwen because that was their meditation thing.
Who said it first?
Gwen.
Thank you. Okay, question number 2.
Mm.
I am not a child to be fought over. Who said that? Was it A. Nesta, B. Feyre, C. Elaine, or D. Gwen?
Elaine.
It was
I knew it was
Elaine.
Elaine from the beginning. Why is that you get through your options?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Question number 3.
Mm.
Who said, you don't have to do anything you don't want to? Was it A. Cassian, B. Nesta, C. Amron, or D. Reeson?
You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Cassian?
Mm-mm.
Mm.
I knew you would pick Cassian. That's why I did that.
But who else were the options? There was Reeson, there was Amron, and there was
Nesta.
Nesta. Nesta, did she say it to Emery or Gwen? So who said it?
Reeson.
Really? What did he say it to
He
her
said
about?
it to Nesta.
I figured it was to Nesta, but what did he say it about?
Um, when they wanted her to seduce the man.
Oh, see, I forgot that whole scene
Oh,
existed,
I didn't, because
bro.
Big Cassian was not with
He was
it.
not.
He was not with it. That's my baby.
The fact that he cut in, yo.
Yeah, right. Like we over here plotting and scheming.
Right. What are you
Why? You know this is
doing?
for fake.
Relax.
Chill
That's
out.
why I'm telling you, that's why I was not mad at Reese because they were just
They was
they couldn't help
yeah.
themselves.
This is true. Last, I just feel like I'm his mate, but whatever. Last but not least, number 4.
How are we gonna turn you into a fairy?
I don't want to be a fairy. I do not want to be a fairy.
Why not?
They didn't even where do wings come from? Because somebody draw me.
No, the wings are for the Illyrians.
Oh, okay.
Not everybody got wings.
True.
Nesta doesn't have
Nesta
wings.
don't got wings. I don't want to be a fairy. I don't want to live forever.
I mean, you could.
You gonna be there?
What? Why would I be there?
If you become a fairy, if I have somebody to hang out with, I'll do it. I guess.
But you could make friends. You don't want to make friends?
I got friends. No new friends. No new friends.
This is crazy.
Okay, last question.
Mm.
Who said, you're becoming insufferable? Do you know who said it?
I remember this line, but I don't know if I remember who said it.
Was
Keep
it
going.
A. Nesta,
Mhm.
B. Feyre, C. Reeson, or D. Elaine?
You're becoming insufferable. A. Feyre. B.
A. Nesta,
A.
B.
Nesta.
Feyre, C. Reeson, or D. Elaine? Not to be confused with Elaine.
I'm gonna say Elaine for fun.
It was Feyre.
It was Feyre. She said it to Nesta?
Therese.
I knew I loved the line. I knew I
It was
loved the line.
good.
I knew it was deserved too. And I knew it wasn't Nesta who said it because if it was Nesta, it would have pissed me off to hear the line.
Not a, it would have brought me back to that place.
Yeah.
Okay, so E, you did good,
Thanks.
right?
I got 2 out of 4.
You got 2 out of 4. That's a 50.
You're becoming insufferable.
Yeah, I was like, he is, girl. Correct. Correct. Big screen, small screen.
I don't have any comments.
None?
I don't think I do. No.
Have you ever talked about casting them?
No.
Do you have anything? Do you have any, like, what do they look like to you? We can just do Nesta and...
No idea.
Okay. I got ideas.
Ooh.
For Cassian, I was like, what does he look like? Like, big man. So definitely a big man. So I was like, ooh, Henry Cavill?
Ooh.
Superman?
He did have long hair, they said.
That's what I'm saying. So then I was like, Jason Momoa?
No.
He could do it.
No, I feel like Asriel is bigger than Cassian.
Jason can get lean sometimes, though.
How tall do you want Asriel to be?
Why are you in my business?
I'm just saying.
I'm just
It's all because it's your type. So you're looking at this through your type, but that's not necessarily how Cassian looks like, bro.
Why you all in my grill? So then I guess I shouldn't say Joe Manganiello, but that was my also. But these were the men that I was like, okay, but mostly Henry, actually, I will say. But I figured the like Jason could do the charismatic, like the funny, and then also like warrior vibes. Like he gives that. Whatever.
Joe more so gives me Cassian because of happy-go-lucky nature.
Mm.
Jason gives me more of Azriel because he looks like a big teddy bear.
Mm.
Like he could be. My ear is ringing. He looks like he could be a big teddy bear. Like I would believe that he was really sweet on the inside,
Mm.
which is what Azriel is.
Right.
Yeah.
And then for Nesta, I was like trying to picture it. So then I was like Elizabeth Debicki.
Who?
She
You sure?
was in. She was Jordan Baker in The Great Gatsby.
I didn't watch it.
You never saw The Great Gatsby?
No.
With Leo?
No.
Oh,
Had no interest because the book pissed me off.
oh, I understand. I
I
like
didn't want to see it.
And I also was like, I feel like the vibe of Margot Robbie, like Margot Robbie could do it. Not necessarily how she looks right now, but I feel like she could do it. But mostly Elizabeth Debicki. I'm trying to remember what else she was in.
There's something about Margot that does not ever give me Mizzy.
Mizzy?
Yeah,
Like a
like
miserable.
miserable. And
For
Nessa was
sure.
very
That's why I
miserable
said it's.
all of the
I
time.
feel like she could tap into it. I saw she played Tanya Harding, and I think that's what really sold it for me. I was like,
Okay.
she can do this.
As long as she could play Mizzy.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys tell us. We're probably wrong about everything.
Right? Tell us who you guys see. And we're so excited to see who they actually cast, of course.
Yeah,
Um
they gotta develop this already.
yeah, come
Dang.
on, get with it.
Moving on into our superlatives. You got any?
I said couple goals and that was Cass and Nesta.
Really?
Yeah. I appreciated because Nesta wasn't ever like nice. Even when she like was still training and she had like accomplished things, she still wasn't nice to everybody. But like she was nice to him. And like he was kind of I appreciated their dynamic. I was like, I love them.
She was also nice to her friends,
Yeah.
which was nice. I gave what was mine? Oh, it was Miss Misery Loves Company, and that is Nesta.
Mm,
Would you read more from this author?
I would.
I would too. I've been hoodwinked into following these characters, and so now I can't let them go.
Right. You did it.
Like, it doesn't matter what your writing style is, Miss Mamas, because I'm just gonna have to continue reading it.
Why would you call her Miss Mamas?
I have no idea. It just came out.
I've never heard you say that before.
I've never said it before. I don't know why I did that. I'm struggling.
Miss Mamas.
I'm
Alright.
trying my hardest.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
now that
you've hoodwinked just Miss Mamas. So.
right now that I've added new phrases to my vocabulary, I think this episode is over. Thank you so much for watching.
Mm-hmm.
We hope to see you in our next episode where we are talking about more of this book, but we're getting more into detail. See how we like couldn't help ourselves
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
episode? We're gonna dive deep
Yeah.
in the next one.
Dive deep.
Yeah. So
Getting into the moments, getting into quotes, some theories. Am I forgetting something?
what you learned.
What we learned.
Yeah. So
Stay tuned. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. Please and thank you. Also, make sure you have tapped that notification bell so you are notified when we post.
follow us on all of our socials. The
Mm-hmm.
description. The description is in the description box.
It's true.
But also the links to our social media is in the description box.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, girlies.
See you at the next meeting, girlies.
Mamas,
Bye,
mamas.
girlies.